Hello, I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum. I'm reading this book for someone specific, but I think it's also going to be enjoyable for the rest of you. So if you've found this video, I'm really happy to be ready to read you a Dr. Seuss book. What was I scared of? I loved this book when I was a kid. It had a different name when I was a kid, but now it's called What Was I Scared of? Written and illustrated by Dr. Seuss. And this is from 1961, the year I was born, and then renewed in 1989. So I'm going to show you the pictures and then I'm going to read you the story. So here's the first little picture. There he is. Well, I was walking in the night and I saw nothing scary, for I've never been afraid of anything, not very. Look off in the distance here. What do we got coming? Then I was deep within the woods when I suddenly spied them. I saw a pair of pale green pants with nobody inside them. I wasn't scared, but yet I stopped. What could those pants be there for? What could a pair of pants at night be standing in the air for? There we are, and here come the pants. And then they moved, those empty pants. They kind of started jumping, and then my heart, I must admit, it kind of started thumping. So I got out fast as I could go, sir. I wasn't scared, but pants like that I do not care for. No, sir. After that, a week went by. Then one dark night in Grinchich, I had to do an errand there and fetch some Grinchich spinach. Well, I had fetched the spinach. I was starting back through town when those pants raced round a corner and they almost knocked me down. I lost my Grinchich spinach, but I didn't even care. I ran for home. Believe me, I really had a scare. Now, bicycles were never made for pale green pants to ride them, especially spooky pale green pants with nobody inside them. Oh, now we're going to have a boat issue. And the next night I was fishing for doubt trout on Rover River when those pants came rowing toward me. Well, I started in to shiver. And by now I was so frightened that I'll tell you, but I hate to. I screamed and rode away and lost my hook and line and bait too. Oh, now we're hiding. Right there in the tree. I ran and found a brickle bush. I hid myself away. I got brickles in my breeches, but I stayed there anyway. I stayed all night, the next night too. I'd be there still, no doubt, but I had to do an errand, so the next night I went out. I had to do an errand, had to pick a peck of snide in a dark and gloomy sny field that was almost 9 miles wide. I said, I do not fear those pants with nobody inside them. I said and said and said those words. I said them, but I lied them. Then I reached inside a snide bush, and the next thing that I knew, I felt my hand touch someone, and I'll bet that you know who. Eek! And there I was, caught in the snide, in that dreadful place. Those spooky empty pants and I were standing face to face. Not sure empty pants have a face, but whatever. I yelled for help. I screamed. I shrieked. I howled. I yowled. I cried. Oh, save me from these pale green pants with nobody inside. But then a strange thing happened. Why, those pants began to cry. Those pants began to tremble. They were just as scared as I. I never heard such whimpering, and I began to see that I was just as strange to them as they were strange to me. There we go. I put my arm around their waist. I sat right down beside them. I calm them down, poor empty pants with nobody inside them. And now we meet quite often, those empty pants and I, and we never shake or tremble. We both smile and we say hi. And that's the end of that one. Sometimes we have a lot of fears about things, especially things that seem different, unusual, out of our ordinary. But when we take the time to really understand them and embrace them, all manner of good things can happen. I hope you enjoyed the story. Bye.